This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Philippi. My guests are Richard Belgard and Mert Powell. They're here from the McMinnville Saturday Market, and we're going to catch up and find out what's going on out there at the Grange. So welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you could be here.
Glad to be here.
So Mert, let's start with you. You're the volunteer coordinator?
That's correct.
Vendor coordinator.
Vendor coordinator.
Okay, so you're the one that says yay or nay when people come and...
We have an application form. People fill an application and join the membership. It's $30 a year. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Anyway, there's a membership fee that goes into advertising, pays for advertising, signs and things like that. And then we charge a weekly fee for each spot in the market.
Okay.
And I coordinate to help people figure out where they're going to be, and I screen people. We're sticking with homegrown and handmade. We don't want commercial products in there that you can find on just about anywhere.
Right.
So could do a little bit of screening and then bring people in and set them up with a space of their own and make sure everything happens. Try as best we can, make sure everybody's happy with their spot and with what's happening there.
So what are the hours of the market?
We're open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every Saturday.
Okay.
And we will be going on through the rest of the year. I mean, throughout the winter and all.
Well, you have an indoor space, so you can be year-round.
Yes, we started out in May as an outdoor market with the intent of when it started raining, we would move indoors. And when it started raining, we were indoors. Just kind of take it as it comes, because the four of us from the Grange that are working on this project had never done a market before and had no idea what we were getting into, but it's been a lot of fun. I tell you, I've never worked with a finer bunch of people than our vendors are.
That's great.
They're just wonderful people to work with.
Well, I mean, I think it's true that markets have been going on since the beginning of time, so it seems like it's pretty straightforward, and people have something that they want to sell, and they're so popular. Farmers markets and these types of things are so popular.
So we have some really, really great produce coming in there. We have organic and some that's just not necessarily organic, but homegrown, locally produced.
Sure.
Very, very good variety, excellent supply. And we have sheep growers, and they sell lamb. It's cut and wrapped and frozen. And we have a lady that focuses on berries, blueberries. Is part of her thing. During the winter months, she sells frozen berries that she's obtained during the growing season, so you can keep that season carry over through the winter.
That's great. Oh,
they sell a lot of eggs through the market. We have one lady that sells chickens, and these are cut and wrapped and ready to go, chickens and rabbits, and she sells some pastries from a bakery in Carlton.
Wow.
We have one lady that features alpaca products, the fiber arts, knitted things and rugs, and we have 3 different wood crafters that are currently selling out of our market. One does everything from toy trucks to grandfather clocks, and one that sell turned objects from pens, pencil sets, bottle openers, wine bottle openers.
Okay.
Various things like that. Beautiful work.
A lot of the vendors, I understand, are people who were formerly at the McMinnville Public Market over in the Granary District.
A number of them were, yes. And that's how we came to be in this thing ourselves, was when the market closed last May, or 1st of May last year. They came to us middle of April saying they needed a venue. So we opened up our Grange to this activity and have never looked back. It's been quite an experience.
That's really amazing. Richard, let's talk about you, because I know that lots of people know you as the tea man.
There's a dubious honor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I used to be downtown as the Primrose Tea Room until the building got sold, and I just packed everything up in the house, and it's been there, usable. And then we did I should say the Library Foundation did a tea last February.
Right.
And I was
How
kinda
well I
involved.
remember that.
It was fun.
It was
a
fun.
really nice event, and we're going to do it again this year.
Yes, we are.
Plug there for them. And so I have 2 small tables, and I'm in the coat room upstairs at the Grange building.
Oh, okay.
And so I actually have a tea room, and
nice.
have lace curtains and some pictures hung, and do
Coat
tea and
room,
scones.
cleverly disguised as an English tea room.
Exactly. Yes.
Now, do you keep your setup most of the time? Is it?
It's in the pickup.
Oh, okay.
We
So
have
you
to
really,
tear it down
you
and
really do
Yep.
set it up and tear it down each time, as
Yep.
well as the other vendors.
Right.
Okay.
I leave the curtain rods, and that's about it. And
Wow.
the chandelier. I do have a crystal
really,
chandelier.
I mean, it's truly a movable feast, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Very portable.
Oh, and how's that working out for you?
So far, very well. I
Mm-hmm.
think we were a little slow this past Saturday, but it's been it's fun. I mean, I'd love to say I don't care if I make a dime doing it, but you know better than that.
Sure.
And it's just fun.
Well, are you still doing your famous scones?
Yes. From
Good.
scratch.
Nice.
Cranberry, ginger, and orange peel all together.
Yeah.
And I have a house tea called PG Tips,
Mm-hmm.
cut black from England, and people seem to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So business has been very well. And like Mert said, we're going to be year-round, so it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a permanent thing now.
I love it. I mean, it's such a nice sort of, not very far out of town, just
Right.
barely on the edge of the other side of out of town, but still it's nice. It's, got a wooded setting and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So what's been the most fun for you about being out there?
Hard to say because it's 2 different venues in a way. I was in the woods a little bit last late summer and fall, and I forget when I joined the troupe, but I just had a gazebo with a little crystal chandelier hanging in it and 2 tables, and did the tea and scones there. And then when it started, the weather started getting a little questionable. We all moved inside, so they're 2 different things. Now, if it works out well, I may add a second gazebo on and do 3 or 4 more tables and try to do the 3-tiered afternoon traditional tea thing. So
Right.
we'll see. I don't know yet.
To see how it goes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it is fun.
Now, do you have room to expand the market itself to add more people, more vendors?
We do still have some space available.
Okay.
And of course, when we get outdoors again in the spring, we can go clear back in the trees because we have about 5 acres there. And we use the south side parking lot and push back into the trees at the back of the hall. Works very well out there in the trees. It's a great setting for an outdoor market.
It is. It's perfect.
And we have a group that comes in. Johnny Williams comes in and plays music for us.
Oh, that's great.
Country western music, and he has some folks that come and jam with him, and sometimes we have 5 or 6 piece band going over there. It's really
Really?
good. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's taking a couple of months off for the winter, and said he'd be back in the spring when we move out again. So-
Well, yeah, you probably have less room for a 6-piece band on the inside.
Well, it makes it difficult if they're playing at all for the vendors in the same room to carry on a conversation with their
Exactly.
customers.
Right.
So it works better actually when we're outside.
Well, do you have anything special planned for the month of December? Anything special that you're doing in terms of holiday shopping or expanded hours or?
No, we haven't made any specific plans for that. We are adding some holiday-oriented vendors that are only going to be here through the holiday season. We had one joined us last week. They're selling wreaths,
Okay.
and they're very nice. They smelled so good. They made
yeah.
the whole hall smell good. And we have one that's making ornaments. That's supposed to join us this week if they show up.
So it's
So we have
obviously it's
to-
a great place for people to come out if they're looking for handmade art.
Handmade gifts are just
Gifts, right.
Handmade items are just great gifts, and we have a really wide variety of things. Jewelry, there's 2 or 3 vendors selling jewelry. we have woolen products like knitted hats,
I was gonna
and
say, like, this
crocheted
hats and
hats
scarves
and
and-
scarves
Sure.
and things. And then we have kitchen items like runners, table runners,
Oh.
and dish towels and pot holders, and they're all hand sewn. And you can, if you're a duck or a beaver, you can pick up your kitchen gear there.
That's great.
That's we have a chocolatier. It makes the best chocolate.
Oh, that chocolate is really good. I've had that, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's kind of nice when you really realize the diversity of what people are doing and how well they're doing it.
It's
really
pretty amazing, and I've never ceased to be amazed at how hardworking these folks are. And these people growing all this produce, and then they bring it in, and they bring a truck. They unload a truck, set up, and then when it's over, they clean up, load their truck, and go away. And Richard pretty much needs a truck.
It's usually the last one out of there.
yeah.
But, you know, they're really respectful of our hall. We really appreciate that. And that's something we're kind of picky about.
Right,
is
because
the use of our hall.
because you may have an event Saturday night.
We did last Saturday
Yeah.
night. We had an event going on last
So just
Saturday.
about the time you sweep out the last vendor, you're setting up chairs and,
Yep.
oh my
They're
goodness.
moving in behind them.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's good. That means it's vibrant and it's
Yes.
it's ongoing. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And it seems like we've had 2 or 3 new vendors every week.
If all of them show up, well, I don't know where we'd put them all, but they don't
Yeah.
all show up every week. And sometimes that makes it kind of like sometimes feel like I'm juggling to try
Yeah.
to keep spaces.
It could be uneven, or if somebody's got something and they don't really have anything that they're cutting or that's ripe right now. I mean, you know,
Seasonal.
seasonal. As things ripen and don't ripen and go off and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So that's good.
Yeah, part of it is quite seasonal. And
Well, that's kind of the fun, though, of going to the market is just to find out, what people
Right.
have and what's new, and maybe the lady who knits things. It's like what she made this week. I mean, that's kind
always-
of the fun of it.
for us, it's always fun because we go and check out all the vendors and see what's new this week and what they've done since the last time we saw them.
Well, if there's anybody out there who doesn't know where the Grange is, do you happen to know the address off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, it's 1700 Old Sheridan Road.
Okay.
And you going out of town, you turn right at the bowling alley and left at the first left, and that's Old Sheridan Road, and we're the first building on the left as you
Right.
go past there, big white building on the left.
Exactly.
Grange has been there since 1952, and we still have people say, Grange? Oh, where's that?
Yeah. It's like, well, you just don't know you know. Okay,
You've probably
perfect.
been by it and seen
So
it.
it's every Saturday, 10 to 3.
10 to 3.
Okay, that's wonderful. And obviously it doesn't cost you to get in, but it costs you to get out, right?
There you go.
It can, hopefully.
Yeah.
And it's still a little bit confusing because a lot of people still think everybody's at the granary district.
Right.
And it sounds like Grange and
Grange
Grange,
Granary. Okay.
Granary, what-
Well, so hopefully this will clear up the lingering misconception, if there are any, and you'll see more people out there as a result. So
hopefully.
I hope so.
thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I breathe now?
You can breathe. Take a breath. Get your